what made me want to be involved is Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, Sally Field. What could be bad? And I thought anything with these three ladies who've already said yes, who were very interested, I thought nothing bad can come of this, but only good. And it's turned out to be exactly that. It's remarkable to work with them. When we first meet Maura, her husband's probably been passed away about a couple of months, so she's still really grieving. And she cries at the drop of a hat. And one of the, well, it's not a gag, but you know, every time she goes, there's Jane Fonda handing her a box of Kleenex. And she's the one who dresses outlandishly, truly outlandish. It's not the Housewives of, but it's kind of there without being truly vulgar. And you're always surprised to see what she's wearing, and that's fun, because the women, being women, and I mean that in the most non-pejorative way, love to see costumes, and I'm the only one who really gets to wear costumes. And Allison Fanger, who did all the costumes for Grace and Frankie, dressed all of us. And of course, she dressed my character, and we had more fun. Okay, that's not big enough, that necklace. What can we find? Oh, that's really good, an earring like this. You know, that kind of thing. It's fun. It's about how women get along with each other. And what's good about it is that they're not always angels with each other. They have their disagreements. Maura is kind of impossible in some ways, because she says things like, I'm sipping my tea. And one of the other characters, well, you mean you were drinking it? She said, drinking is vulgar. I sip. It's like, excuse me, la-di-da. So she's a bit of a pain in the arse, but they all are in their own ways. I mean, that's the fun of it. What's so wonderful about being our age is I am 90. We are what we are. And that's what I think makes the film so wonderfully relevant right now. We ain't chicks. We ain't chickens. And that becomes a plus, because we're also very innovative. We have experience behind us. We have a history, unlike very young women. So this makes it a very different film from the kind of film you might see with younger, a four group of younger women. You can do whatever you damn please. You know, I'm 90, and that's exactly how I feel. I can say what I wish. I can get into terrible trouble, and I have already. You know, I have a big mouth. I'm kind of known for my big mouth, but I prefer to tell it as it is. Billy Porter and I did bond immediately. He's a lovely man, and he's funny, but he's mostly a very special guy. He's a very sensitive person, and very thoughtful. I love the way that he articulates. I had the best time doing that little dance section. My God. First of all, we're not supposed to be good dancers. I mean, that should be immediately obvious. And it was fun to pretend that I didn't know how to do that kind of dancing. It's an example of what can happen with loving relationships, which has very little to do with gender. It has everything to do with kindness and love, and caring for each other. It's really, I think it's universal. So it's not, you know, people can come to that conclusion because there are, after all, 4 women in it, 4 of whom are well known. But I think we remind them that there's more behind friendship than meets the eye. And I think one of the lovely things about it, too, is that we look after each other. Women are that way, you know. Women are, on the whole, very nurturing creatures. And it's not wasted, on me at least, that we do so well in that department. Maybe because we've been mothers, or maybe because we've been beautifully mothered. But And it's something and you know what's good about it too? Nobody talks about that in the movie. That is not the theme of the movie at all. It's about just 4 people who get along in wonderful ways.